Welcome guys, thank you so much for joining in. So right now, looking at this current Bitcoin price action, you can see yesterday we talked about this 1 to 3 reversal pattern, and according to this 1 to 3 reversal pattern, 41,500 was our in destination, our take profit target. But you can see the price actually did manage to come across this 40,100 level, and now we are seeing this price reversal, right? Because yesterday, if you remember properly, I also said you guys this 40,000 price level, this was a very important resistance line. And why? Because you can see this same trend line has previously acted as a resistance, support, resistance. So I told you guys, hey, this 40,000 could be a strong resistance, but if we are able to manage to break in an upper direction, this could also indicate a bullish move in an upper direction. But now, since we are finding resistance at this 40,000 price level, where we could be possibly hitting now, according to this 1 to 3 reversal, we could be getting gravitated towards this neckline area, guys. And this neckline area is somewhere around 36,500 to 36,600 price level, because this neckline here, right, this neckline is going to be a very important support line. And why? Just like here, this resistance line at 40,000, you can also see at this neckline area, if you look at this properly, this trend line, support, you can see support all the time, resistance, support, and now getting gravitated towards this neckline again. Finding support could actually give us another opportunity to look for long in this manner, because according to this 1 to 3 reversal, our upper target is still open, right? This 41,500. So let's see how this one is going to turn out. And also, if you look at this scenario in a bit different way, guys, let me also show you this one very interesting scenario. So if we look at this right now in an hourly time frame for Bitcoin and use this ascending channel to pinpoint some key level of support and resistance right now for Bitcoin price action, because if you monitor this price movement inside this ascending channel in an hourly time frame, guys, you can see the upper line has actually acted as a very strong resistance. The lower line played as a very strong support. So in this case right now, if we are going to get gravitated, where is our supportive line or the support line? We are looking around the neckline area, guys. This neckline area, which is around 36,500 to 36,600. This is where we could be getting gravitated. And after that, right, if we could find support at this neckline area, that could trigger another move in an upper direction. And this is exactly what we can also see in a smaller time frame, because inside this ascending channel, if we monitor this price movement, this pullback could be heading towards this lower line area of this ascending channel to find support, right? And if we monitor this peak here, right, every time when the price touches the upper line area of this ascending channel, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually using this trend line area again here. Why? Because pretty simple reason, guys. You can see here, this peak here, right? You can see here. If we look at this trend line acted as a resistance here, right, after reaching the upper line area. And now the same trend line is acting as a support. So what I'm actually trying to show you here is this price correction, what we are witnessing right now, could be getting gravitated towards the neckline area price level, this neckline. And this is also exactly this one here, which is around 36,600 to 36,500. And also the lower line area of this ascending channel could be playing out as a support. So after getting gravitated towards this neckline area and also this trend line area, along with this lower line area of this ascending channel, we could start again moving in an upward direction. So guys, this is what I see right now looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a 4-hour time frame and also in an hourly time frame. And if you look at this in a daily time frame, I have a very interesting scenario to show to you. And also guys, also before I switch the chart, I would really appreciate if you could take 2 seconds of your time and smash the like button. And also, if you're watching this for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So now let's switch the chart. So now if we look at this Bitcoin USD chart in a daily time frame, what we are going to do, guys, is we are going to include this Williams Alligator indicator. So if we go to the indicator and type Williams, you can see right away Williams Alligator indicator is what we are using right now. So for those individuals who are unaware of this Williams Alligator indicator, this green line here is the lip of an alligator, the red line is the teeth, and the blue line is the jaw of an alligator. So what you have to keep in mind is that when you see this green line, which is the lip of an alligator, crossing above the red line, the teeth, and the blue line, the jaw line of an alligator, that is a sign of a mark of phase. That actually indicates, hey, now the trend is heading in an upper direction. So whenever you see the blue line here, this blue line at the top and the green line at the bottom, that is a sign of a trend reversal. For example, let me show you here, right? You can see here, guys, exactly here. When the blue line started crossing over the red line and the green line, you can see that indicated a trend reversal. So if you go backward, you can see here as well. Every time when you see this blue line at the top and the green line at the bottom, that's a sign of a trend reversal. And every time the opposite way, right? When you see this green line at the top and the blue line at the bottom, that's a sign of a upward movement. So this is exactly what this Williams alligator indicator actually pinpoints, right? But even though this is a lagging indicator, but it still has helped me a lot to identify or to pinpoint some trend direction, because you can see right now we are seeing some bearish candle appearing right in a daily time frame, but this Williams alligator indicator is still not flashing a bearish scenario, because if this would have been like a move in this manner, right, and the blue line also starting to cross over this green line, that is a sign of an actual trend reversal for me, because so far it's too early to call this a trend reversal. And I also don't think that this is an actual trend reversal, because I still believe the price of Bitcoin has still a lot more potential to continue further in upper duration before an actual reversal take place. And also let me show you this here, the coiling up, just a small hint here, right? This coiling up of these moving averages indicates the trend now could be heading in a sideways direction, right? This is more like a consolidation phase. You can see here, every time when we saw these moving averages coiling up here, that indicates a sideways market, right? So even though if we are going to see a crossover here, right? Let's say if you are going to see crossover of these moving averages and coiling up like this here, that could indicate the trend could be, or the market is heading in a sideways direction. So this is also one scenario that could play out. But so far, this Williams alligator indicator is not flashing a bearish scenario. And also looking at this RSI to the downside, if I look at this RSI, I know many people look at the overbought area, oversold area, right? But what I like to do is I like to modify this RSI in my way. Then what you can do is you can also deselect the upper band, lower band, and we don't need anything. We just need this RSI line. So let's color it white. So now guys, you can see this is the RSI line, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use a horizontal line and place it here. So what we are going to do, double click on the horizontal line and go to the coordinate, this coordinate, and switch this here or change it to 50 price level. So now you can see this red line is exactly at this 50 price level. So now what I like to do is to look every time when this RSI line is above this 50 level, that actually indicates a move in an upper direction. So every time this RSI is below this 50 level, that is a sign of a trend reversal. Look at this until here when the RSI line was clearly below this 50 level, and look at this price exactly here to the upside. This Williams alligator indicator also flashed a bearish scenario. The blue line started moving to the upside and the green line at the bottom. So this is also a sign of a possible trend reversal. And this RSI exactly after reaching that area, you can see also started moving below the 50 price level. So you can see after that, you can see we had this price pullback scenario. But once we came above this 50 price level and consolidated around this 50 price level area, you can see the RSI line here, right? And also you can see exactly after that area, the Williams alligator indicator started coiling up, sign of a sideways market. But as soon as the green line started moving in an upper direction and the jawline to the bottom, you can see here, right? And also this RSI line taking clearly out of this 50 price level, the trend also started heading in an upper direction. You can see here, right? Oh, sorry. You can see here, the trend also started heading in an upper direction. So this is right now, if you apply the same method also here, looking at the price action Bitcoin, you can see this was a more like a consolidation phase, because we saw this coiling up of moving averages. And also once we were able to properly close over this 50 price level, the RSI line, after that you can see here, right? You can actually go on and on, because since then you can see the green line was always at the top and the blue line, the jawline, was always at the bottom. So this was also a clear upward trend. You could have identified somewhere here, right, already. And you can see this RSI is still above 50 price level. So right now, even this pullback doesn't mean the trend is going to reverse from there on, because this RSI is still not bearish. Sorry, this RSI here is still not bearish, even though it's showing this trend duration towards the 50 price level. Williams alligator indicator is also not flashing a bearish scenario. So this is what I see right now looking at the price action Bitcoin in a daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, and also in a hourly time frame. So let's also have a quick look at Ethereum price action. So if we look at this Ethereum USD price action in a 4-hour time frame, just like with Bitcoin price action, I told you guys, this was also a 1, 2, 3 reversal scenario. But looking at this price action, I told you guys yesterday, I was looking for two different price target. One was from this neckline till where the body actually closed, right? So in this case, from this neckline till this here. So it is going to be around 1300 price level. So the next target 1265 to 1360 price level, right? But now, since we are also seeing some sort of a hesitation to continue in an upper duration, it doesn't mean now the trend is actually going to reverse, guys. You have to take this into consideration. Even this pullback, right? If let's say if we are going to see a pullback and the trend is again coming at the neckline area, we know this neckline is a very, very strong trend line area which is going to act as a support for Ether, because you can see, just like with Bitcoin, this trend line has also acted as a very, very strong support and resistance. So once we were able to find support, you can see we are moving up a direction. So even if this is going to be a pullback around the neckline area, this neckline is going to hold the price around 1140 to 1150 price level. Also looking at this in a smaller time frame, what we can do is just like with Bitcoin, let's switch the chart first. So before I switch it into hourly time frame, what I also want to do is show you guys this one scenario in a 4-hour time frame. We talked about this already in my videos if you remember properly, and I also said to you guys the way the price is moving right now could be forming another ascending channel type of scenario, and this is exactly what we are also witnessing right now with Ethereum, because you can see exactly reaching the upper line area, it acted as a resistance, and the lower line acted as a very, very strong support, right? And so now this pullback here could also mean that, hey, we could be heading towards here, which is also the neckline area, just like with the 1, 2, 3 reversal area around this 1140 to 1150 price level. So along with that, right, if it's, let's say if this is going to correct here, we also have this lower line area of this ascending channel acting as a support for Ether. So after that, we could still continue further in an upper direction. As I've already said to you guys, breaking the previous high structure here, right, give us an indication that now the trend could be heading in a parabolic move. So right now, let's look if we could actually find support around the lower line area, because if that's going to be the case, then there is a very high possibility of trend to continue further in an upper direction and also breaking this previous high structure of 1350 price level. So guys, this is what I see in a 4-hour time frame, and in an hourly time frame, let's change it into hourly time frame. I think I showed you with the help of this descending broadening wedge scenario, each and every trend line has been playing a very, very important role. So in a smaller time frame right now, the neckline area which you just mentioned is another very, very supportive line here, because you can see exactly, guys, exactly at this neckline area, right? You can see resistance, 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 support. So if this is going to see any sort of pullback, then we know around this 1150, it's not just only looking at this with 1 to 3 reversal, but also looking at this here in hourly time frame. This is a very, very strong support. So to the upside, the previous trend line area which acted as a support, you can see here, support acted as a resistance, and now we are trapped in between. So what does this actually mean is that maybe let me show you this here now in a 4-hour time frame again. Maybe we are moving in this manner inside this parallel channel or so-called horizontal channel, because now if you look at this in a horizontal channel, you can also notice that exactly upper line acted as a resistance, lower line acted as a support. But what you have to look for is the middle line area. So you can see exactly this middle line area actually played a very, very important role, acted as a resistance. But once we were able to find support above it, the price also headed in an upper direction. So this is exactly what we are witnessing. Since we have already broken out of this middle line area of this parallel channel or ascending channel, we did got a pullback, and you can see this pullback came exactly at the midline area, found support. Just like with this neckline area example which I just gave you, right? This here, the middle line, is a very, very strong supportive line for Ether, because around this 1150, 1140 price level, this is a very, very strong support. So what I'm still believing is that even if this is going to see any sort of a pullback, I think we could still manage to move in an upper direction like this here. Guys, this is what I see looking at the price action of Ether and Bitcoin. So this is all for today. I hope you guys like it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, hit the like button, and also if you're watching this for the first time, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.